Before hopping out of the vehicle, I do have to shut the car down completely, so I'll let you know when it's okay to hop out.
Right.
While we're riding, we just keep all arms and legs inside. And we always exit on the curbside, and you just want to watch your heads while getting in and out. Sounds good?
Thank you.
You're great.
Right.
So we're going to the mall and the Martin Luther King Memorial.
Yes, we'll see that.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I was looking forward to that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this new episode of Victor. So
I live Buford, right there with
we
Paris.
are taking a tour
Almost show Victor Paris.
to DC.
Oh.
In DC, and it's great. We're gonna see the mall, which is interesting, and we're also gonna see the Martin Luther King Memorial Park. So I hope you guys will enjoy this tour. This is what we're riding on.
Yeah, he did his 4 years and then he did reserve.
Yes.
He reserved,
Very good.
retired.
You get 20 years.
Weren't Smith, were you?
Can everybody hear me okay?
Very well.
It's not too loud, is it?
No.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I do like to give a little bit more of a local perspective of the National Mall, if that's okay. All this stuff I've been to many times over. I literally grew up on the National Mall, and I've been a tour guide on the mall for 12 years. So I know a few things. So I'm going to give you some facts, some information. Of course, I'm going to be describing things that we're going to be looking at as we make our way through the National Mall. If you hear me say get those cameras ready, that means something really good is coming up. I do try to make sure my family get good vacation photos.
That'd be good.
Okay.
And I am a true native Washingtonian, so this is my home. Y'all are now my family.
Thank you.
Y'all are no longer guests. We're just hanging out for the afternoon. Sounds good?
I appreciate it.
All right. So I do like to start with a little bit of a background. DC is the nation's capital, right? This is a city that stands on its own. It is not a state and it's not in a state, which confuses a lot of people. Trust me, I had to explain that a lot when I went to college. I'm not from Maryland. I'm not from Virginia. I'm from DC. But DC was put together from land donated by Maryland and Virginia. So when they decided there should be a nation's capital, there actually was debate about whether it should be in the northern states or the southern states. And once they chose the South, George Washington chose this area to create Federal City. Did y'all know that was the original name of DC?
No, I didn't.
Yep, it was called Federal City because they only meant for the federal government to operate out of it. So they actually never expected all these people like myself to live here. So even the size was already predetermined.
When you say like yourself, you mean?
Anything below what they call the Mason-Dixon line, so usually like Maryland and below. And so, they chose this area to create Federal City. It was shaped like a diamond. Some of us still call it Diamond City as a nickname for DC, although DC means District of Columbia. But it was 100 square miles. But it did get smaller because a few years down the road in the 1800s, Virginia said, you know what, we don't like the way this playing out for us, give us our land back. So the Virginia part was given back, and now DC is 68 square miles.
I wonder about that.
Yeah, I just read that yesterday.
That's good news. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's why it looks like a chipped diamond.
I wonder what happened to the Virginia side.
Yeah, they took it back.
They wanted it back.
We're actually right by the center of the city. And this is going to be a really cool photo moment. So we're going to look over to the left and have our first great photo moment here. Anybody here for the first time?
I am here for the first time.
Oh, awesome. This is going to be a great photo for you.
Thank you, I appreciate
All
it.
right. Let me see how close I can get to the trolley. Here we go. And
There's the
there you
Capitol.
go. The Capitol building. Literally, the address is 00 East Street. So that's the... Took all the blueprints with him when he left.
Oh, really?
So they had no designs for the city. So this guy, Benjamin Banneker, he was an African-American inventor, astronomer, and mathematician. He was born a free man and everything. He memorized all of LaFont's blueprints. That was his assistant. And so they said, we're going to hire you. So Benjamin Banneker was able to recreate everything that LaFont did and finish what he did. So here's a good little shot right here to the right.
Right. So this is the Capitol building.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is where Congress meet. And I say me because they're not always here. They do have their own office buildings.
Right.
Senators have 3, House of Representatives have 3, so that's 6 altogether. And they even have their own underground trail that takes them from their office building over to the Capitol building.
Their special underground tram.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Each one, the Senate and the Capitol,
Right.
in the Congress.
Yeah, it's like 2 of them go to the Senate side and 1 goes to the House of Representatives side.
Right. Give my ignorance, but what else happens at the Capitol building? Just so I know.
So they pretty much, pass the laws and the bills and everything like that. So when they're meeting here, they're usually going over like bills and laws and stuff like that. And to be honest, a lot of it kind of goes over my head because it's not related to Washington State. Like there's nobody in here for us. Like
okay.
we don't have a senator, we don't have a House of Representatives. I don't even know what a governor does. But
You're finally allowed to vote.
yes, finally, and that's a good word because most people don't realize voting did not become a thing in DC until 1970.
Correct.
So as a 3rd generation Washingtonian, only my mom had voting rights. Like mayor commissioner, that meant the president chose who the mayor was. And they couldn't even vote for president until like 1960, 1964. So yeah, voting is very new in DC, but we still don't get a vote in Congress. There is a lady, Miss Eleanor Holmes Norton. She sits on the House side. By the way, the left side of the building is the Senate side. The right side is the House of Representatives side. Miss Norton, who I actually went to. You all heard of the Smithsonian's before?
No.
Oh, so they're pretty cool. The Smithsonian's are like a series of museums here in the city, and a lot of people think everything on the mall is the Smithsonian, but that's not true. As a matter of fact, all Smithsonians aren't even on the mall. There's one way across town most people don't even know about. I never grew up here. But we also got good museums down here that aren't a part of the Smithsonian. And one of them is here to our left. This one is called the Botanical Gardens. And this is a free botany museum. So they have several areas with several climates. That way all plant life can grow in its natural habitat. And they have all kinds of great species here. Everything from Venus flytraps to the corpse plant. And the corpse plant only blooms every 4 years. And you have 20 to see it, or wait another 4 years. So the last time I even saw one is 2017. That's the last time I saw one. But they're nice though. So there's supposed to be some opening this year if they haven't already. Now this is the west side of the Capitol building. This is the side where they do the presidential inaugurations. And originally they used to be on the east, but when Ronald Reagan was elected president, he wanted to face his home state of California, which is to the west. So they moved it to this side, and this is where it's been ever since. And it's better on this side because you can hold a lot more people on this side. But then also, if you look over to the left, you got this great view right here. Check this out.
Oh.
So when we say the mall, this is what we mean. From the Capitol, which is to our right, to the Lincoln Memorial down below, but literally the park and a pool separating all of that. So, but we don't have any activities going on today, so you got the clear shot all the way down. Now, the Capitol building, another great shot right here. All the way at the top, that is a green, that green piece up there. Everybody see that?
It's a statue in front of the
So
All the way at the top.
on the top.
yeah.
I always thought that was an
The
Indian.
White
I
House.
always thought that was an Indian.
Yeah.
So it's called Lady Freedom.
And
Okay.
she's 19 and a half feet tall.
Wow.
So you'll find some statues in DC, they will stop right at 19 feet.
So that's not the tallest building here.
The tallest building in the city will probably be the Washington Monument.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, actually that is the tallest building. Dome on top of the second dome, although some people mistake it as the third, but it's all that was made out of wood.
It burns.
The dome, no, they thought it would be a fire hazard. We know the British from Canada set the Capitol building on fire, but thankfully the flames didn't reach the dome, but they still replaced it anyway. And the Capitol building has been on fire more times than that. but they still replaced that first one anyway. And then the Capitol building used to be smaller. So if you see the two green domes, one on each side of the large dome, that's how wide the Capitol building used to be. So when they expanded, the second dome started to look small in size, but instead of them replacing it, they just added more pieces to what was already there. And so you're now looking at 9 million pounds of cast iron. Any questions about the Capitol building?
So why did they name it Lady Freedom?
Just like Lady Liberty,
okay.
same designer too. But again, so it was just a symbol of freedom.
Okay.
Representing what this country is all about, you know,
all right.
the free.
Just keep it that way, man.
Lady Freedom. And we ready to see some more?
Yes.
You're the best I've ever had.
Oh, thank you. Right now, they're going to be open until October 4th. So if you want to check them out, you just get in there either today or tomorrow. But this is just 1/3 of it. They have a sculpture garden, a west building, and this is the east building. And you can see in between the east and the west, we have the Louvre, so you don't have to go to Paris. We got one right here. I Am Pei, who designed the Louvre in Paris, also designed the west building. So, apparently, you know. But if you really like artwork, I would definitely recommend them. The east building is going to have your more modern artwork. The west building is going to have your more classic art pieces. And this is where you can find the only really cool tunnel. I actually like the tunnel out here. So you can go in one building and come out the other. So it's pretty cool. And they always have really good stuff here. One time I came, the artwork they have in there will hang out around about the fountain.
What is it called again?
National Gallery of Art.
National Gallery of Art. Okay.
Yeah, that's it's right there.
Yeah.
The fountain in there, we actually turned into an ice skating rink in the wintertime.
That's nice.
We use this garden as well. They're doing a little construction in there. So this year the concert series got cut short, but in the summer we have free concerts here. And the garden are actually on this side. You're going to see a tree made out of all chrome.
I see it there.
And then there's this little tiny house right here with the blue roof.
Yeah.
That's actually 2-dimensional, not 3-dimensional. So that's just 2 flat boards put together, designed to look like a real house. So,
Really?
yeah, that's not even a real house. So you should definitely see it from the other side. It's pretty trippy. Now over to the left, check that out. Who knew DC had castles? But we do. And that's the Smithsonian Castle. That was the very first Smithsonian. And that predates the Civil War. So late 1840s when they started, they finished early 1850s. And it actually started out as a learning institution. So when you go to the Smithsonian Museum, they actually do say Smithsonian Institution. Because they're all under this one umbrella of a learning institution that started right there at the castle. At one point, the castle had its own animal observatory as well, where they would just watch animals do their own thing. So buffalo just used to walk around out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a whole flag about the buffalo over there too. But they got too many animals, so they moved the observatory uptown. Then they outgrew that, and someone said, well, let's open a zoo. So the zoo in DC is a part of the Smithsonian, and all Smithsonians are many things to live in such a small space. But they also have the largest taxidermy animal in the world here. And it's a 12-ton African elephant. His name is Henry, by the way. If you go in on this side, he's right here by the door. Then they also have the infamous Hope Diamond here.
Oh.
One of the largest diamonds in the world. It was used as inspiration for the necklace in the movie Titanic. So I want to say it's about 45.52 carats, and it's valued well over $250 million.
Wow.
You can see all of that here. And again, they're going to stay open till the 6th. But just a quick background about the Smithsonians. They're named after a guy named James Smithson. And he was an Englishman from the UK. He was a fan of America. He loved knowledge, thought knowledge should be shared with all. So when he passed away, the money he had, he left to his nephew, the stipulation that if his nephew died without an heir, whatever was left was to come to America. So his nephew died without having any children. So all the money that was left came to the United States with a note that said, use this to advance knowledge. Now here's another good Smithsonian over to the right. This one is the American History Museum. Between this one and Natural History, they used to bring us down here all the time. And it's funny because I ended up giving tours in American history for 2 years. So, full circle. And I can tell you it's much better today than when I was growing up. They've upgraded this one a lot. And so it's pretty fun. I like to call it America's Attic. Everything from American history and American pop culture comes here. They even have the flag that Francis Scott Key was looking at when he was inspired to write the Star Spangled Banner. If you go through this door, it's actually straight back. It used to be in the main atrium when I was growing up, but because of his age, it's very sensitive to light, so it's in a little dark room. But it's a really cool exhibit, though. If you're familiar with All in the Family, Archie Bunker's chairs here.
Are you serious?
Yep, when you have Africa and America as part of the design. It's like in between the and this one is about 8 levels. They recommend you start in the basement and work your way up. You can go through however you like, but it does go from past up to present.
Is it still open today?
Yeah, so all this is a Smithsonian, by the way, sorry. So all the Smithsonians are going to be open until October 6th.
So the African American Museum is a Smithsonian.
Yes.
That was the thing.
The newest one, yep. A lot of people think it's named after the city, probably because they only ever hear it say Washington Monument. But this is actually the George Washington Monument.
Oh.
And this is celebrating him as a war figure, not a president. So, 1799. Yeah.
What president died from pneumonia after his inauguration?
Oh, man.
Garfield? Was it Garfield? McKinney?
No, both of them were assassinated.
That's right, they were assassinated.
Okay, history man.
I forget what inauguration time is cold is. I don't know why it's in January. Matter of fact, they didn't even give Reagan
the worst time of
Yeah, they didn't even give President Reagan a parade. They were afraid
really?
people were going to get hypothermia. So he only had that ceremony. Yeah.
555 feet.
Yeah. And this was the tallest structure in the world up until the Eiffel Tower was completed. But it still holds the record of being the tallest freestanding masonry building. Meaning this is all stones with nothing holding it together.
Really?
Yep. So if you didn't know, the Washington Monument is just stones stacked on top of stones, held together by its own gravity. How cool is that?
So is that like can somebody get in it and go up? Is there an elevator that goes up to the top or something?
Yeah, if you see the squares, those are windows all the way to the top. So you can go all the way up there. The passes are usually $1.50 per person. You get them on the website. And they do have stairs and elevators to get you to the top. They just no longer let people take the stairs. The fire department was being called way too much to come and save people from the stairs, so they eliminated letting anybody take the stairs. There's actually 897 and 2 floors, the bottom floor and the top floor. So if you did take the stairs, you couldn't quit.
No stop.
You had to go all the way up. And
Yeah.
can you believe somebody did it 2,000 times in their entire life?
Oh my gosh.
Just to break the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, I think he is in the good. He was 80 the last time he did it.
What was his name?
I forget the guy's name.
You could probably Google it and find out.
2,000 times in his lifetime.
Yeah, 2,000 times.
Yeah.
Any questions about the Washington Monument?
You're great. You're great.
Alexander Hamilton's wife pushed that, didn't she?
She might have been the one who.
To push that a monument be for George Washington.
She might have been. I know.
Well, that was in the play.
Yeah.
She said she did.
You were in the
You
play?
know, as far as like the planning and stuff
Alexander
goes,
Hamilton, the musical.
there was different like organizations with this, but there was a first lady. I forget which one it
Yeah,
was.
because she lived to be over 100 years old.
Yeah,
and
one of the
she
first
was-
ladies made them finish it because this sat here unfinished for so long, and it was like you need to. She was like, fix that because it's an eyesore. But yeah. Any other questions about the Washington Monument?
I've learned a lot today.
I think it still stands as the tallest because the Eiffel Tower is metallic. It's not a
Yeah,
building.
This is the tallest freestanding masonry building, but it's not the tallest building in the world anymore. The tallest building in the world now is in Dubai, and that one's 150
Look,
stories
I was
tall.
gonna say that. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that Dubai.
Where's it? Dubai?
Even
Yeah,
though this one,
has one of the tallest
even
buildings.
though the Washington Monument doesn't have floors, it would be like 50, 55 stories. But yeah, the one in Dubai is 150. But as far as masonry style buildings, all stone, yeah, this is the tallest one.
Mm.
Yeah. Harrison.
Harrison went died. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Was it William Harrison? William Harrison. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, history major.
He was famous.
Right.
So both Garfield and Lincoln were shot here in DC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Lincoln was watching a play or
Yeah,
something.
Ford's Theater, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forest Theater.
When he got shot.
Ah.
Actually, they have a play going on about Dr. King. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize Forest Theater still in business. And they do about 3 productions a year. So there's one in the spring, one in the fall, and then November, they do a Christmas Carol every day. Levels of exhibits explaining everything that led up to the Holocaust and what happened during the Holocaust. And which is dedicated to the 1.5 million school children whose lives were turned upside down by the Holocaust. And the sculpture closest to the door, that's a
Holocaust
dismantled
Museum.
swastika, which is a symbol for this will never happen again.
I hope not.
Yeah.
We certainly do.
There's,
But in Forest Theater, just double Martin Luther King Jr.
at 10 o'clock today, I was supposed to have a tour of the Mint here.
Oh, this is Bureau Engraving and Printing.
Right.
Did you take the tour?
I picked the tour and I was told it was canceled.
I saw somebody come out this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This one, just double check their website. Because again, they're all still making announcements right now.
So
But
this is
I
where they
definitely
print
saw
the money?
somebody,
Ah.
come out this morning.
Yes.
It's about 30, 45 minute paddle boats that go out into the tidal basin. The tidal basin is very popular because of the cherry blossom trees. Now these are cherry blossom trees here to the right. A lot of people, when they think cherry blossom, they think pink, but don't realize cherry blossom trees are actually green throughout the year. The pink color, that only lasts for 9 to 14 days.
Yes, but I've got a Yoshino cherry tree.
Oh yeah?
Well,
Which
like
one?
peaches, Yoshino cherry. And it blooms early spring and it only lasts for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because there's 13 in that family. And yeah, some of them are mixed in with the cherry blossoms there. And you can still become a lawyer like that in the United States. Vermont, Virginia, Washington State, and California, all in Virginia. He was a great inventor. You probably had some of his inventions in your house. He definitely was a scientist, always studying things, even helped discover one species of dinosaurs. And people with high power were ways back then. Number 2, he invented the swivel chair. So if you ever been
Ooh,
bored
thank
and gone
you.
for a
Thank
spin,
you.
you can thank him for that.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of writing and research and figured if he didn't have to keep getting up, he just put everything around him. That's how he came up with the idea. And number 3, Thomas Jefferson was the first president to have macaroni and cheese served in the White House.
Oh, really?
Really?
Macaroni and cheese and ice cream are not American dishes. He visited France for a while.
Oh, he lived there for a while. He was our ambassador to France.
Yeah, he was there for like
when
a
the
few
Civil
months.
War, when the war was going on.
Yeah, and while he was there, he had them both, and when he came home, he said, I gotta have it. So he had someone, James Hemmings, make him macaroni and cheese, and he himself learned how to make ice cream. So technically, we're not allowed to, y'all got your camera here? We're not allowed to stop on this bridge, so I'm just gonna drive real slow. And we're gonna look over to the right and see our excellent city skyline. This is what you see in pictures, calendars, souvenirs, postcards, t-shirts, things of that nature. Check out this view.
Wow.
is actually man-made, and it was built to prevent the flooding of the city. The Potomac has high tide twice a day. So before the tidal basin was built, it would flood this side of the city so bad it would go past the Washington Monument and over to the south lawn of the White House, which is in between those two tall red buildings. So imagine twice a day. All of this is under the water. So the tidal basin looks great and serves a great purpose. And the Potomac River, this is DC, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. And it's one of the few things in DC that still has. Who was a huge fighter for civil rights, equality, and justice for all. Another very smart guy. He actually graduated high school around 14, 15 years old and went on to acquire multiple degrees. And he was a great writer, reverend, speaker, orator, delivered a lot of great speeches. The one that he's most known for is the I Have a Dream speech, which he delivered here in DC in August of 1963. During the March on Washington. So can you believe it's been 62 years now? And the March on Washington was for civil rights and equality, but it was also to find jobs for people because the job rate in the United States was really low at the time. So he and a lot of the people that spoke that day did touch on that topic, but the March on Washington did lead to the Civil Rights Act becoming a law in 1964, ending segregation in the southern states. And the really cool thing is the address here is 1964 Independence Avenue. So this is the perfect spot for his memorial. Didn't want to just put the I Have a Dream speech here. So wanted to get people familiar with Dr. King's other work. So you're going to see 16 quotes in here, all from Dr. King, all really great quotes. But there is one from the I Have a Dream speech, and that quote was actually used to design the memorial. So out of a mountain of despair, a stone of hope. So you're going to walk through a mountain with a gap in it. In front of you, you're going to see a large stone that theoretically came out of that mountain, and once you walk further into the memorial, you'll see that Dr. King is carved out of that stone as if he's the stone of hope. And they made it out of a shrimp pink granite. That's one of the hardest stones to carve. Only 10 or 11 people in the world know how to carve it. And the family chose it to show how strong of a person their dad was. So we can leave 3:05, give you 10 minutes. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Get ready to shut the cart down now. If you're ready to hop out, you can.
Thank you. Yeah, so guys, I'm getting the tour of my life. So we're getting into the Martin Luther King Memorial. I hope you guys are learning. I'm a little bit slow on grasping it. And this is the memorial. So guys, this is the entrance to the great Martin Luther King Jr. So one of the things that I've learned from today is that both Martin Luther King and Garfield were assassinated here in DC that I didn't know. Let me know what you guys have learned from the history tour. Love us here.
Looks like
Yes.
love to me. Looks like love to me.
Spread love.
How beautiful.
Yes. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. And so this is the memorial carving for Martin Luther King. Out of mountain of despair, a stone of hope. And in 3, 2, 1, that's Martin Luther King. Oof.
Never mind.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's him, the legend.
Hurry up.
Martin Luther King. Out of the mountains of despair, a stone of hope. Guys, so this is the stone of hope. Yes. And we're here at the Martin Luther King Memorial in Washington, D.C. I'm gonna take you guys through a little of the quotes. I mean, I'm a village boy, but I'm learning, I'm grasping a lot of history. Love is in the air. Let me show you guys. And gonna start with those are lovers. Isn't it beautiful to be, wouldn't it be beautiful to be here with your lover at the memorial of the most powerful, legendary Martin Luther King? Yes, so Martin Luther King Day Memorial, True Peace. So these are some of the quotes that Martin Luther King spoke out. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. We don't want peace, you want problems. True peace is not the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. And in another one he says, we must come to see that the end we speak is the end we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience. We must come to see that the end we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience. Powerful. In another one, it says, we are determined here in the Montgomery to work and fight until justice runs down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream. Whoa. New York, every nation must now develop an overriding loyalty to mankind as a whole in order to preserve the best in their individual society. Because the sun is hitting here, I'm finding it very difficult to read. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moment of comfort and the convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Peace. We don't want peace, we want no problem. We want problem. It is not enough to say we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but on the positive affirmation of peace. But also remember the first quote, that it says the presence of peace is not in the lack of tension. I have audacity to believe that peoples everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education and culture for their minds, and dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirits. And the last one he says, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. And all this was said by the famous Martin Luther King Jr. I'm leaving the monument because I have to continue the tour and for the sake of time, but it was an honor being here at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Yeah, and this is our caravan.
Did such a great job. And that literally was just a patch of grass.
Yeah.
People were actually concerned about that location, thinking it was going to be like a small statue of him. So how they were able to do all of that is just
amazing.
mind-blowing.
So
His word.
The mountain.
outside where you're going, you know.
To represent the mountain that he was talking about. Yeah. Out of a mountain of despair, a stone of hope. Yes.
Design. The artist did really good but he also worked with his family.
Oh, he worked with his family to design it.
Yeah, like they the ones that chose the material.
Oh, that's honorable.
So he definitely like worked with them. I think they might have even helped choose the quote.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Kids were definitely involved. Washington Market. Definitely want to get your camera ready. But, welcome back. We're ready to go ahead and make our way towards the Lincoln Memorial. But we'll see a few things before we get there. And my name is Corlin. I'm your native Washingtonian tour guide. And you definitely want to get your cameras ready. We're getting ready to see the World War II Memorial. Plus have a preview of the Lincoln.
World War II Memorial.
Put up a lot of money so it can be completed quickly, so that any World War II veterans that were still with us could see there was something here for them. Yeah, after he did Saving Private Ryan, he really did a lot with represent the state,
look at the military guys.
Washington D.C. and the territories that were in the Union at the time World War II took place. So that was 1939, and then the United States entered in 1941. So there actually is a pillar here for the Philippines, although they're no longer a part of the United States. They were U.S. territory back then. The pool was actually already here. They just built around it, but it fits in so very well. On the ramps, you have picture panels that depict things that happened during World War II, both on the Atlantic and tragic that war was for the United States. And what I really like about the World War II Memorial, before they built this, they went and collected dirt from land that saw battle during World War II, laid that dirt down first, and built the memorial on top of it. Yeah. Because I missed the first one.
Yeah.
And a lot of people spoke that day, but President Carter, President Clinton, President Obama all gave their speeches from the same spot. If you want to find it, you can go up the stairs. There's stone stairs. Then there's a platform before you get to the marble stairs. And in a square on the ground, it says, "I have a dream." That's where Dr. King stood and delivered that speech. If you want to visit the Vietnam Memorial, it's going to be right here to our left. If you want to visit Korean, you can see straight across. There is a kiosk there with a green roof. That's where the Korean War Memorial is. Also, for this area, if you need the restrooms, they're on that side too. Let me shut that card down.
We are gonna go to the Lincoln Memorial. This is the Lincoln Memorial here in DC. This is the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know if you can see, I'll try to zoom in. But up there, they have the name of 48 states. 48 states engraved around the entire memorial, the Lincoln Memorial. And on this other end, tell me if you remember what you see. What do you see? Yeah, this is actually like the tour guide was telling me. This is actually tallest, has been the tallest, only built on stone. Before Eiffel Towers. Last year when I was in Europe, I showed you guys the Eiffel Towers. I took you around the Eiffel Tower, which was my dream destination. I'm in France. Paris particularly was my dream destination. And I don't take it for granted to see my dreams come true in so many ways. So finally I got to really see the Martin Luther King Memorial in person, and then here I'm at the Lincoln Memorial. And I'm so very fortunate, I'm grateful for it. So tell me if you guys are learning, let me know what you're learning. That's all the people sitting up there. I'm gonna take you guys up there. And I really appreciate everything that comes my way. I wish everybody could experience it with me, and I bring it in. It cannot be enough in video, but at least I'm bringing something to you. So up here is where Lincoln stood when he made his speech, and we're gonna go through it. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how beautiful that is. And if you turn around, Lincoln himself. And it says, in these temples, as in the hearts of people for whom he saved the Union, the memorial of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever. Let me know what comes into your mind. But I'm standing right where many presidents have been standing for doing their inaugural speeches, and I don't take this for granted. We just love Martin Luther King, and you remember the phrase that that is engraved on Martin Luther King's sculpture. Let us know if you do. Better remember, out of mountain of despair, yes. So this is the Lincoln Monument. And I'm just gonna take you guys to some of the, let's see if we can go through them. So, fellow countrymen, at the second appearing of, and these are the speeches. Powerful. I'm gonna take a minute to just process them, and then I can share them with you guys as well. Guys, so as attached, I think you can pause the video and read the speech. It's a very powerful speech of Sir Lincoln, and I think it speaks. Martin Luther King talked of peace not being. Don't think that peace is absence of tension, but if it's something to do. And then we have this here. 47 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our power, our poor power. To add or detract, the world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but if it can never forget what they did there. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from this honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that this dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth. And up there, the very nice engravements. It's really powerful one to see and really read that the great Lincoln fought for peace and justice among the people during the World War to end the war. And Lincoln says the presence of peace should not be mistaken for the absence of tension. So create tension, create problems. And sometimes problems or chaos leads to peace. So ladies and gentlemen, I was so honored to be here and to share with you guys my experience. It's a lot more than I share on the video, but I'm really trying to share what I can on video and not bombard you guys with 1 hour video sharing nothing. So let me know in the comment section what you guys have learned, and let me turn the camera. See, look at that, and it's in front of this. This is where many presidents have stood here for the inauguration and given their. Very honored to be standing here to just share that experience with you guys. This is the Lincoln Memorial, and I just showed you guys the engravement. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Here, building in the basement, and movie star experience coming. Oh, nice. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have been enjoying what I'm sharing. It's a lot for me, but I'm trying to really process it as well as share it with you. It can be a lot, but it's not easy to be processing and also share it. And I'm honored to always, come here and share with you guys what I am seeing and the experiences that I'm having. I hope you're getting something from it. It's my tours to Europe previously and now to America have been very humbling. Experiences, and I'm so grateful that I was able to get these experiences at last. So ladies and gentlemen, there is the Vietnam. Is it the Vietnam? There is the Vietnam Veteran Memorial, VV Memorial, Victors with Victor, that I want to share with you guys. I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna share with you what I get, the information I get. I will share with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying the experience that I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah, Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It's amazing that America could give Vietnam, because during the World War II, America recruited Vietnamese. This is one of the things that the Western world does. They recruit other people into their war. So be careful, mind your business. You never know. I think World War I and World War II are good examples. I usually give a relationship as a good example. As you guys had seen earlier or experienced earlier, don't get into the business of two people who have been in bed. So if America decides to get into a war with anyone, don't get into that war as well, because you don't know the source of that war. You don't know how it began, where it began, and how it's going. So yes, yeah, it's interesting that they made these sculptures here. Let me turn the area under 24-hour surveillance. So these are the statues of the Vietnam veterans. Wow, they're so real. Looks so real. Guys, time is over, but I was hoping to go down and show you guys even more, but my time is over, and we need to continue the tour. So down there, it's great that America was able to honor and have statues of the veterans from Vietnam who fought in the World War II. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think it's really good to mind your business. If two people are fighting, you can come in as a mediator, but don't be recruited to a war you don't know where it began. But what's great is, just reading from Martin Luther King, and also reading from Lincoln on the speech that he gave and some of the things that he said is quite refreshing, and it also gives hope as well, but also as education. So let me know what you've learned from this video and what you really like to experience while I'm in DC, and definitely bring you more. Yes, I hope you're learning. Let's keep going. I don't know what's next, but I'll keep you guys posted.
Did y'all have any questions about anything else over here?
No, it's very
No, other if you have something to share. It was very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Which ones did y'all go to?
I went to the Lincoln.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I went to the Lincoln and a little bit of the Vietnam veterans.
Oh, okay.
I went
Yeah.
to Korea, Vietnam, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I think what stood out is Lincoln was calling for peace. But when I was Martin Luther King, he was speaking about peace not being the absence of tension, which is a bit also contradictory. So I wonder, what's your take on it?
I think Dr. King was always about doing things the most peaceful way possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually can relate to that more. The comparison between him and Lincoln is kind of a tricky one, but because mostly it's always like a comparison between him and Malcolm X,
Right.
who were both had the same goals, just going about it a different way.
Mm.
President Lincoln, I think he minded.
Lincoln.
Yeah, as far as the choices he made.
Mm-hmm.
So even with the whole thing about freeing slaves, it was more of a political business type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What's this on the left on construction?
So they're building the Desert Storm Memorial. Oh, you were? Yeah. So this is the next one to open up, I'm sure. It's been a while. It was supposed to open in 2021, but I guess the pandemic kind of pushed it back. But yeah, they started the construction this year. They had the groundbreaking ceremony like 2 years ago, though.
Right.
Trump gets things moving, doesn't he?
I guess so.
Right. So
Say that again.
Trump is not living procrastination.
Oh, procrastination. Yeah.
He wants things done yesterday.
I have a problem with that. I'm trying to get over that. But yeah, I can be honest. I'm a procrastinator.
who are you? You're a procrastinator or are
Let's
you
go to the left here.
someone who has things done?
On the left, this is American Farm. And then also we're about to see Albert Einstein. He has a statue on the left in the trees over there. And if you look real close, you'll see that slightly a different color. And that's because people are always rubbing his nose.
Ah.
There's a legend that if you rub the nose of the Albert Einstein statue, you gain lots of knowledge. So people always climb up there to rub his nose.
Is it legal to rub his nose?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna rub his nose.
yeah. People sit in his lap and take photos all the time. I done seen people take whole class photos over there. It'll be all the students at one time.
So you were talking about Malcolm X and Lincoln
Malcolm X and Dr. King.
and Dr. King, yes.
Yeah, they both were very powerful people, very powerful influencers. And they also had two different religious backgrounds.
Mm.
So that might have also added to the way that their dynamic was different, although they were, fighting for the same thing. Dr. King was more reserved and laid back. Maybe not even reserved, because, he did it, but he was more about going about it peacefully.
Right.
Whereas some people would have called Malcolm X a radical, because he was, in your face.
We have to
Yeah.
remember, Lincoln lived a very depressed life. I mean, before he became president, he was very depressed.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, yeah. Oh, there's Einstein right there. Sitting in front of, that's called National Academy of Science. That's a non-government organization that was founded by President Abraham Lincoln. At the time, people kept getting lost at sea. They thought they were heading north, but their compasses were pointing north. But really, the compasses were pointing to the front of the ironclad ships.
Ah.
But Lincoln got a bunch of different scientists to come together to come up with a solution so that even if you are surrounded by some metal, your compasses will truly point north. And that's still what they do to this day. They help find scientific solutions for the world. All the presidents, except for George Washington, has lived here. It didn't exist when he was in office. So John Adams, the second president, was the first to move in. And it's a nice sized mansion. 6 floors. That's a 2-level basement. The main part of the house is 2 floors. And then there's 2 floors for the first family. Altogether, 132 rooms.
What?
Yep. And 35 are bathrooms and 16 are bedrooms. So here we go.
Beer room.
Over to the left.
How many bedrooms?
That's the White House.
16 bedrooms.
16 bedrooms.
Yeah. Now this is the south lawn that we're looking at. This is the side where they do the Easter egg hunt every year.
Thank you very much. It was a
Thank
lot
you.
of history and I learned so much. I appreciate you very
I'm
much.
glad y'all had a really good time.
Yes, thank you very much. And
And it was such a pleasure meeting you all.
we'll recommend our friends when they come to
Thank you.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. Here, Cotton.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're
it.
welcome. Yeah. Guys, this is the White House,
I know how to do this.
and this is the closest I've gotten to the White
Here's
House.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Book of Acts right out of the Bible, and
Right.
I'm going to trace Paul's missionary journeys out of the Book of Acts.
I wonder why we are here
Step
to watch
using
the White
Book of
House.
Acts.
But that's the White House of America. So
We took you the same number of trees of dogwoods in 1915. 3,300 trees total. 2,000 of them were planted around the tidal base.
some more quotes from Martin Luther King. We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. Right, temporarily beat. Interesting. Right, temporarily defeated is stronger than evil triumphant. Make a career of humanity. Commit yourself to the noble struggle for equal rights. You will make a greater person of yourself, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in. I oppose the war in the Vietnam because I love America. I speak out against it, not in anger, but with anxiety and sorrow in my heart. and above all, with a passionate desire to see our beloved country stand as a moral example of the world. Wow, powerful. And the last one is, if we had to have peace on earth, our loyalties must become ecumenical rather than a sectional. Our loyalties must be transcend our race, our tribe, our class, and our nation. And this means we must develop a world of perspective, open perspective. There's the water here, and this is the mountains, and this is the stone of hope. Guys, this is the Japanese memorial. This is a way of America feeling, extending their empathy.
Did you mention other nations?
We knew that through our feet, we walked on that country. Yeah, so recently, a few years ago, the British government had been paying Kenyans, some of the freedom fighters, for what they did to Kenyans, but I don't know what you think about it. So Americans as also please stay on the side, has also done this memorial to commemorate some of the soldiers that fought during the World War II. The war was not about the Japanese, but they were recruited to fight, and it's interesting. So these statues represent the faces of the soldiers that fought during the World War II for the Americans. Like I said earlier in the video, be very careful what you get recruited to do. Don't get into people's relationship wars that you don't know where they started. Congratulations. Yeah, so our nation honors the sons and daughters who answered the call to defend the country they never knew and the people they never met. Interesting. So these are the soldiers. So this is the United States Army. These are everyone who participated in the war and was part of the war from the United States Army. This is a lot of people in a fight, in a war, Yeah, this is everyone that participated in the war. World War II from the United States, which makes sense. Yeah, this is, oh my God. Let me know if you know somebody who participated. I can probably look for their name from here. And take a picture to share with you. Did any victor participate in the war? Let's find out if any. Oh, there's Vincent. Vin likes problems, so Vin participated in the war. I can't see a victor. Victor is a peaceful man who loves chaos. I love chaos, but I don't get into wars. Oh, there's a victor here. Yes, there's a victor here. Can you see? There's a Victor right here. And then next to Victor there's a Vin. Victor, Vincent. Yeah. So these are all the people that participated in the World War II. It's good that they're commemorating them here. And there is this, and in front of it, what they're saying. So they have a little pool here, or they're saying freedom is not free. What do you think about that? Let us know in the comment section for sure. So these are the Korean war veterans that were recruited to fight for America. Wall of Remembrance, established by Korean War Veterans Memorial Foundation. Nice. So we exit to go to the Vietnam. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So these statues actually, regardless of which corner you are at, they kind of see you. There are some that see you even from the back. So fighter, be careful what you're fighting for.